Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Corey. Some of you call me Dr. Guyton. It really doesn't matter as long as you call your boy Blessed. I want to welcome you back to another episode of Country's Crossroads. For today's topic, I chose to do it on an article I wrote for blacklifecoaches.net. Shout out to blacklifecoaches.net. But I wrote an article called From a Brother to the Brothers, Why Are Black Women So Angry? When I tell you this article created so much dialogue, it got so many comments, people were going in on your boy, some people supported your boy. I mean, it was crazy how this article kind of took off. People started sharing the article. I saw it all over Twitter. I saw it all over Facebook. And so I wanted to do a video about it because I know a lot of you don't follow me on blacklifecoaches.net. So I know a lot of y'all watch this video. So I wanted to do a video about it. And so the question is, why are black women so angry? And I get that question from black men a lot. They say, why are these black women always angry? Why are they so angry? And my typical response is, if you look in the mirror, you will see a big part of why black women are angry. And yes, black men, we play a big role in why our sisters are angry. We have, over the years, we have created this distrust between black men and black women. And I'm not saying that it's 100% the fault of the black man as to why the black woman is angry. I'm not saying that, but we have to accept our role and responsibility and why our sisters are upset and angry. And brothers, y'all argue me down with this. You saying that black women gotta hold themselves accountable. That's why they angry because they want to be angry. Not necessarily. If someone does something to you so long, you start to create certain type of animosity towards that individual. Same way with our black sisters. Over the years, we have cheated on our black women. And yes, black women has cheated on black men. But as men, we have cheated on black women. We have created this distrust. We have abandoned our sisters. And that's the way they really feel. I have a lot of discussions with black women, even if you don't feel this. But a lot of black women feel we abandoned them by calling them angry and all these things. Then we go date outside our race. I'm not anti-interracial dating, no. But I am anti-hating your own sisters. That's what I'm anti. And so, brothers, we got to do a better job. We got to build this trust back that we lost with our sisters. If you really look at what's going on, I work on a college campus. All these young ladies are being promised these relationships. They're giving their hearts to these young men, and then these men are just taking off and going to get another woman and doing the same thing, and it becomes a cycle. That creates bitterness, that creates anger towards black men. And it's not all black men, but we are lumped as a group, and that's just human nature. When enough people from a certain group do something to you, you just begin to have a distaste for that entire group. That's human nature. And so yes, that's what's happening with the black man and the black woman, and we're being more divided than people can ever imagine. Yes, we have some healthy relationships out there, but there are a lot of black women who have a lot of animosity towards black men. And based off the wall and the comments of my article, there are a lot of black men who have a distaste for black women. And so we are separating, and that trust is starting to just fade away to where we are actually starting to hate each other. And that's not good for our race. We got to come together. We got to work to bridge that gap. The second thing, brothers, we got to quit looking at our sisters as sexual objects, because what happens is, if all we see is our sisters as sexual objects, then we're going to treat them as sexual objects, meaning that we don't have to put feelings into it. And we go into a lot of situations and not put our feelings into it because that's the way we were taught. Black men are not supposed to show their feelings. When you fall as a little boy, scrape yourself up, it's like, boy, get up. You'll be all right. You're a man. You know, so a man not supposed to cry, a man not supposed to show feelings. And so we take that into these relationships where we don't express our emotions to our sisters. And the result is we sleep with this lady, don't get our feelings into it, and then we just leave her, go on. She's left hurt. You got a new woman that's investing her time and her energy into you, and then it's like we're not supposed to show feelings. And so what we do is kick her to the curb, go and get another woman, and every time we kick them to the curb, they are upset with us, and they get this bitterness towards us. They have a bitter taste in their mouth about black men, and that's not the way it's supposed to be. We got to get back to healthy dating, because you got to think of these young ladies out here. They are somebody's daughters, somebody's sisters, somebody's mothers, and I know for a fact that most men out there do not want somebody else to treat their daughters, their mothers, and their sisters that way. I know me personally, I don't want anybody to ever treat my sisters like that. I don't have any daughters yet, but boy, they better watch out whenever I do have some daughters. And so I know I don't want anybody to treat my family like that. So it'd be very hypocritical of us as men to want somebody to respect our daughters and respect our family, but we don't respect somebody else's family. And we got to start thinking like that, because as a whole, we are a family. Whenever a black person does something wrong in this country, we all are given a strike for that. And so we got to look at ourselves as families. We can't be wounding our sisters. I wrote a tweet. Follow me on Twitter at Corey Guyton. Yep, plug, shameless. But I wrote a tweet that said that we can't be angry at our sisters for being bitter when we are the ones creating the bitterness. We can't be angry at our sisters whenever we are the culprits behind why they are getting bitter, or at least a big part of why. Yes, black women make bad decisions. Yes, black women put themselves in some bad situations sometimes. But at the end of the day, we play a major role. And another thing we got to do, brothers, we got to hold our brothers accountable for the way they treat our sisters. One woman on the article, she responded by saying that black women are the biggest critics of black women, meaning that they hold each other accountable for the most part. They will talk about the issues and they will hold their sisters accountable, saying, girl, you look a hot mess. But black brothers, we see brothers cheating on sisters, and we just sit back and be like, that's just a man, you know, he's just doing what men's supposed to do. We don't say anything to our brothers. And so we have to start holding our brothers accountable. That's part of our obligation. We have to do those things. And I know some of you are going to disagree with this. And you know what? If I can just start this dialogue and start this conversation, I think that's a good start. But we have to change our thought process, our paradigms about how we view our sisters. Our sisters are queens. We got to treat them like queens. Yes, should they carry themselves like queens? Yes, they should carry themselves as queens. But just because and it's almost saying, just because a woman is walking around with tight clothes don't mean you can just rape her because of the way she dressed. Meaning, if we parallel that back to what I'm talking about, is just because a black woman isn't carrying herself as a queen doesn't mean we shouldn't treat her as a queen. Because some people are misguided because they don't have fathers in the households, or all they know is from what their mother, you know, they seen within their mother. And so we don't know the root of why people act the way they act. And so we have to start training our young sisters up and telling them that they're beautiful. They don't have to do what they're doing. And we have to take that role and responsibility. Some people ain't ready for that responsibility. If you're not, you know, I pray that you get there one day. But for the people who really claim that they really appreciate blackness, people who always want to be freedom fighters whenever it's convenient, I need y'all to step up and be freedom fighters all the time. I need y'all to be fighters for this race all the time, and that includes the way we treat our women. If we really care about our race the way so many people claim they do, we need to step up to the plate, y'all. And that's everybody, men and women. We got to do better. We got to start holding people accountable. We got to start mentoring our young people. We just got to step it up so black men won't feel they need to mistreat black women, because that's the manly thing to do. And so I hope this video was helpful. The 3 things I want you to take away is, 1, we got to rebuild the trust between our brothers and our sisters. 2 is we got to hold each other accountable for our actions. Black men got to hold black men accountable. Black women got to hold black women accountable. And 3 is, black men, we can't keep seeing our sisters as sexual objects. I hope this video helped you. Let me know how you feel. Cuss your boy out in the box. It really doesn't matter. Or just tell me you appreciate what I wrote. It doesn't matter. Follow me on Twitter at Corey Guyton. I just started using Twitter about 2 weeks ago, but I'm on it. Check out the website, ybelove.com. Check my people out over at urbanconnect.com. I got a new group that I'm partnering with. They're naturallightradio.com. You got to check. The link is at the bottom. I know that was a lot, but man, they doing big things over for my natural women. I love natural women. So if you love natural hair and you love everything about natural hair, check out naturallightradio.com. And so thank y'all for the love and the support, and I will see y'all next week. Actually, I see y'all this week because my wife and I doing the video. But thank you for the love and the support. God bless.